Bande Mataram. Let us discuss about our second non-detail, the beggar. Before you start reading the story, you have to take a close focus on the title, the beggar. Looking at the beggar, what do you think of it? The story was about a beggar. The story is about a beggar, or the beggar who has changed his lives, or the main character is the beggar. Why the story was captioned or addressed as the beggar? We have to see here or discuss here. Generally, in our country, we see in various places beggars. We see beggars in various places. Maybe that may be temple, the roadside, sometimes the street workers, or whatnot. So we are so much acquainted. We are so much acquainted with the beggars in our society. Where do you find more beggars? You know. And how do you feel when someone begs at you? God has gifted us the instruments for walking, hand, legs, eyes. But still, in this society, we see beggars. We come across beggars begging door to door. They are begging door to door. We have come across. We are daily acquainted with them. Can we imagine? Can we make a society without beggars? Can we make a society without beggars? Let us begin the story. Let us start the story. Kind sir, have pity. Turn your attention to poor, hungry man. For 3 days I have had nothing to eat. I haven't 5 kopecks for a lodging. I swear it before God. For 8 years I was a village school teacher, and then I lost my place through intrigues. It is a year now since I have had anything to do. Who said? Kind sir, the beggar said. The beggar said, kind sir, have pity. Pity means compassion. Pity means compassion, the feeling of sorrow. Here pity means, look at the sentence, pity means compassion or the feeling of sorrow. The beggar turns to the attention. Attention means the beggar wanted to observe. Beggar चाहूँगी कौन ना तांगे मते ही देखंतु मो आडे टिके फोकस करंतु ना beggar wanted to focus himself. So kind sir, have pity, turn your attention to poor. You have to turn your attention, your focus, you have to notice me. I am the hungry man, I am the poor man. Who said? Beggar said. For 3 days I have had nothing to eat. For 3 days the beggar had nothing to eat. I haven't 5 kopecks for a lodging. Kopecks, what is kopecks? Kopecks is a monetary unit of Russia. Kopecks is a monetary unit of Russia. We say rupee in India, kopecks in Russia, monetary unit. And lodging, a place of shelter, basostano. Lodging means a place of shelter where one stays. So the beggar had no kopecks, the beggar required for lodging 5 kopecks. The beggar required 5 kopecks for lodging, but he had not. I swear it before God. Swear means promise. Swear means promise. I swear it before God. For 8 years I was a village school teacher. The beggar told that for 8 years he had a village school teacher. Then I lost my place. The beggar lost his place through intrigues. Intrigues means secret plan. So here swear means promise or vow. शपथ नेबा. Intrigue a secret plan. Okay, so how did the beggar lose his place of village school teacher? Through intrigues, a dirty politics. Intrigues, secret plan. It is a year now since I have had anything to do. It is now the time comes that I have to do something. It is a year now since I have had anything to do. मते एबे किछि करिवार अछि. I have something to do. Okay. The advocate Sergi looked at the ragged, fan-colored overcoat of the suppliant. Here, first character the beggar, second character चरित्र जोड़ा कहबा, second character होछ हमर एटा the advocate. The advocate Sergi looked at the ragged means tall. Okay, here fan colored overcoat. Fan color means light brown. Next is suppliant. What is suppliant? Suppliant means a person making humble request. It is beggar को कहीं suppliant बोली कहा गला. The beggar was because he was begging. से कौचे से turn your attention towards the poor hungry man. ए प्रकार जेतळ कथा कहउछन एटी को एड्रेस कराउछ. Beggar was a suppliant, a person who makes humble request. They are suppliant. Ragged means torn. So okay, the advocate. Who was the advocate? Sergi looked at the ragged, torn, brown colored overcoat. Overcoat means a long, thick coat worn in cold weather. A long, thick coat. शीत दिने पिंधुथिबा गोटे लंबा मोटा पोशाक. A long, thick coat worn in cold weather. Fan color overcoat of the suppliant. It is dull, drunken eyes. Drunken means the beggar was a drunkard. Okay, at the red spot of either cheek. Color दुई पार्श्व कोन red spot देखा जाउतला. And it seemed means what? It refers to the ragged fan color overcoat of suppliant, dull drunken eyes, red spot on the either cheek. Seemed that the advocate had seen the beggar somewhere before. The advocate had seen the beggar somewhere before. I have now had an offer of a position in the province of Kaluga. Kaluga gote province, state gote pradesh gote. Beggar says told that he had now had an offer of a position in the Kaluga province. The mendicant went on. Beggar पढ़े. Who was mendicant? Mendicant means beggar. Suppliant मध्य beggar को कहे. Mendicant भी beggar को ही कहे. But I have not the money to get there. Help me kindly. I am ashamed to ask. I am very ashamed. I felt sorry. I am feeling sorry to ask some money. I have no 5 kopecks of lodging, but I am obliged by circumstance, मु परिस्थिति द्वारा मनुष्य सब परिस्थिति रे ही दास. I am obliged by circumstances, परिस्थिति द्वारा मु बाध्य होकर काम मत मागिबा को पड़ुची. But I feel very ashamed to ask money. Serge's eyes fell. Serge, advocate. His eyes fell on the man's overshoes. Man's overshoe, one of which was high, gote so high pindit bodota pinditila, and the other was low. And he suddenly remembered. He means the advocate Serge suddenly remembered something. When he saw the beggar's overshoes, one was high and other was low. He remembered. The advocate remembered something. Look here. It seems it means the overshoes, the wearing of overshoes. It seems to me, it seems to me, I met you the day before yesterday in Sadhavya Street. The advocate thought that it was seemed to advocate that he had met the day before yesterday. He had met the beggar the day before yesterday in Sadhavya Street, and he doubted that the beggar was lying. He said, "But you told me then." से समय से नाउ बोली कहिथिबे, रिपोर्ट कला बेलू आमे देन ही यूज करिया. But you told me then that you were a student who had been expelled. Expelled means sack. Expelled means sack. Banish bitadit kariba jota kuhajibo. At that time when you met me in Sadhavya Street, you told me, the beggar had told the advocate that he was a student. He was an expelled student. Students to koda jaithila, who had been expelled, and not a village school teacher. Not a village school teacher. Do you remember who asked? The advocate asked the beggar. What did he ask? He asked that the day before yesterday the advocate had met the beggar in Sadhavya Street. Then the beggar told him that he was a student who had been expelled, but not a village school teacher. So he asked, do you remember? He mumbled, saying stuff. No, that can't be so. It means, this expression means no confidence was seen at the time of talking. कहवा समय भॉइस रे कौन कॉन्फिडेंस नथिला. दैट मीन्स ही वाज लाइंग. ओके, no, that can't be so. Mumbled the beggar. What is mumble? Mumble means muter. Mumble is, the synonyms of mumble is muter. Muter ହେଇଛି, muter. Okay, say something quietly, indistinctly, अस्पष्ट भावे कहवा. आम जो किसी धरा पड़गला जो डरी कहवा ताको मम्बल बोली कहवा. ओके, who mumbled? The beggar mumbled and taken aback. Taken aback means surprise. Taken aback means surprise. I am a village school teacher, and if you like, I can show you my papers. Then surprise is the beggar was telling that he was a village school teacher, and if you like, I can show you my papers. He told the advocate to show the proof. He wanted to, the beggar himself wanted to show the proof. Serge flushed and turned from the ragged creature. One line. Have done with Lying. You called yourself a student and even told me that you had been expelled for. Okay? से कौन कहते हैं? से कहते हैं you are telling lie. कितने मिछ कहते तो? You called yourself a student. Further, you told me that you had been expelled for. Surji flused. Flused means red hijiba. Ragi jiba. Therefore, flused means red and hot of a person's skin. Good person personal appearance skin जोटा कि red ही जाइथिबो गरम ही किथिबा hot हिथिबो तो हमें flused कहबा. Angry expression angry. Flused means Surji flused and torn from the ragged creature. Ragged means old and torn clothes. Ragged means old and torn. Ragged means old and torn. Okay. So Surji flused and torn the ragged creature with an expression of disgust. Disgust means dislike, revolt. दुईटा थॉट जिते मिसबनी दुई जन का चिंताधारा जिते मिसबनी मन मारिनी देखे जो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ए रिवोल्टिंग विद्रोह जोटा कहबा एटी से जिनस है से सत कहि पारु नाहंती. द बैगर वाज ashamed to say the truth but the advocate was forcing that he was lying. So the advocate fused and torn from the ragged creature. Who was the ragged creature? The beggar, according to the advocate, with an expression disgust or dislike expression and hatred घृणा जोड़ा कहा जो कौन पे घृणा इठे मिछ कहबा पे. This is dishonesty, my dear sir. It is sir means the ragged creature, beggar. This was dishonesty. Dishonesty means deception, ठकिबा है. Deception about duplicity, falsity, मिछ जो माने कहउथिबे सेटा कहउछि dishonesty. Crook हमें letter to God रे पढिथिले. A group of dishonest people, crooks, bunch of crooks बोली पढिथिले सेठी देखो. It is dishonesty आछि. Deception about duplicity हे परियो, falsity हे परियो. तो देखो कहउछि This is dishonesty, my dear sir, he cried angrily. This is swindling. Swindling means fraud. Swindling means fraud. Trickery. बेसी ट्रिक अप्लाई करूथबा. पाखापाखि dishonesty and swindling are same. Trickery हे परियो, fraud हे परियो. हैना एटा कहउछि कोन? This is swindling. I shall send the police for you. मु जते पुलिस को पठै देब. Damn you. धिक कहते क्रिटिसाइज कर डैम माने धिक तो बोले धिक कथा जो कहे छी कहला परा है तेणु ये आम बुझा एक्चुअली से मिछ निजर जो ड्रंकेडनेस में से काम पाई पार नथिबे से मिछ सत कहि पार नथिबे माने ही वाज obliged by circumstances. The beggar was obliged by circumstances. He felt ashamed to tell the truth. At the same time, what was revolting? At the same time, the advocate was not believing. The advocate did not believe the beggar's words. Sir, he said, laying his hand on his heart, the fact is, I was lying. I am neither a student nor a school teacher. All that was fiction. Formerly, I sang in a Russian choir and was sent away for drunkenness. But what else can I do? I can't get along without lying. No one will give me anything when I tell the truth. What can I do? Okay, sir, he said. Who said? The beggar. Laying his hand, छाती रे हाथ रखी से कोच. The fact is, I was lying. Complex sentence. The fact is, सत कथाटा हूँ मिछ कहते ओके हु सेड द beggar said I am neither a student student no nor a school teacher. All that was fiction, drama. All that was a story created by me. What is fiction? Fiction means जोड़ा काल्पनिक imagination stories. Okay, all that was fiction. Formerly means earlier, पूर्वरो. Previously, formerly means previously. ना earlier, formerly. I sang in a Russian choir. Choir means singers, a singing party. Choir means okay. Formerly I sang in Russian choir and I was sent away for drunkenness. ମୁଁ जो पी करुଥିଲି alcoholic drink ହେଲା मद पीवा द्वारा नहीं मत कौन करते सेठू विताड़ित कर देते I was expelled, I was sent away, I was banished from that Russian choir only due to my drunkenness, drinking. But what else can I do? I cannot get along without lying. मिछ न कहले मत के काम ही देव नहीं. I cannot get along without lying. No one will give me anything when I tell the truth. मुझे तो मोर drunkenness कथा कहबी. If I tell the truth that I was a drunkard, the beggar was telling, no man will come to help me to provide me work. Then he asked, what can I do? The beggar said, what can you do? You ask, what can you do? Cried Sarji रागी से कहले. Coming close to him, walk. Coming close to him. Who close to him? The advocate. Walk. That's what you can do. You must walk. काम କରିବାକୁ ହିଁ ହେବ. You have to work. What? Yes, I know that myself. But where can I find work? ମୁଁ କାମ କୋଉଠି ପାଇବି? How would you like to chop wood for me? Wood chopping means କାଠ ଆଣିବା, କାଠ କାଟିବା. How would you prefer? Like means prefer. ତମକୁ କିପରି ଲାଗିବ କାଠ କାଟିବାଟା? Who asked? The advocate asked the beggar. ଯଦି ଏ ସତ କଥାଟା ଯଦି ସେ ଆଗରୁ କହିଥାନ୍ତା କଥାଟା ଆଉ ଟାଇପ୍ ରହିଥାନ୍ତା. କଥାଟା ଧରା ପଡ଼ିଲା ପରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେ swindling, this is dishonesty, falsity, duplicity ଏ ପ୍ରକାର ୱାର୍ଡ଼ ଯାକ ୟୁଜ୍ damn you ବୋଲି ତ କହିଲେ ଆପରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେ କୁହାହେଲା ହେଲେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଗୋଟେ ରଙ୍ଗଲି ଗାଇଡ଼ ହେଇଥିବ ଗୋଟେ ପର୍ସନକୁ ତାକୁ ଯଦି ରାଇଟ୍ ୱେକୁ ଆଣିଦେବା ତାର ଗୋଟେ ନିଜର ଗୋଟେ ହ୍ୟାପିନେସ୍ ବା ଗୋଟେ ନିଜକୁ ଗୋଟେ ବହୁତ ଭଲ ଲାଗିବ. A person if is guided wrongly in a wrong manner, if we drag him in a right manner, right word, that means সেটা গোটে আমার নোবেল ডিডস করলে চলে. ସେଥିପାଇଁ ସେ ଆଡ଼ଭୋକେଟ୍ ସେଇ ହିସାବରେ ବୋଧେ ଏଇଟା ତାକୁ ୱାର୍କ ଦେଇଥିବେ. ସେଥିପାଇଁ ସେ ପଚାରିଲେ ହାଉ ଡୁ ୟୁ ଲାଇକ୍ ଟୁ ଚପ୍ ଉଡ୍ ଫର୍ ମି? I would not refuse to do that. Refuse मना करिबा. I would not refuse to do that. But in these days, even skilled woodcutters find themselves sitting without breads. Having skill, woodcutters were finding themselves without bread. Skilled woodcutters मध्य आज की they are sitting without bread. खाइबा को पाउना हंते. Will you come and chop wood for me? Will you? से पचारुଛନ୍ତି आजिकल दक्ष काठ कटाड़ी माने मध्य काम न पाई बसी रहुଛନ୍ତି. स्किल थिले कोन हो? स्किल राइट यूजेस ने बिकॉज लैक ऑफ वर्क काम नहीं. Will you come and chop wood for me? Yes sir, I will. Very well. We will soon find out. ଏବେ ଦେଖ ତମର କିଛି ଅର୍ଥ ଥିଲା ଏଠି ମୁଁ କହି ଦଉଛି ଏଥିରେ ପିଟି, compassion, The feeling of compassion water कोट पढ़थिलो 9 gold medals compassion collaboration cooperation सेठी पढ़थिलो compassion the feeling of sorrow attention awareness notice or observation copex a monetary unit of Russia swear promise or vow intrigue a secret plan lodging a place of shelter advocate a lawyer position post fan colored light brown colored suppliant a person making humble request mendicant that's a beggar province stage overcoat a long thick coat worn in cold weather choir singers of a singing party of taken aback surprise next ashamed sorry or same-faced expired sack hobo vanish hobo bitadit expired hobo mumble say something quietly muter jo कहबा flused red or hot reddy jiva ragi gale person skin ragged old and tall disgust dislike or revolt expression the action of making one's feelings dishonesty deception duplicity or falsity swindling fraud trickery deception damn criticize or condemn fiction stories or drama formerly here earlier or previously. So finally in the scene 1 we have known that there are two characters in this first scene. One is beggar and second one is the advocate. The beggar was begging some money for having no kopecks for lodging, but at the time advocate doubted him and told that he had seen in the Sadeva street and he forced to tell the truth. And when he noticed that the beggar was expelled from drunkenness, at that time he got angry, but he found a work for the beggar, that was finding a work for something, because having skill in present days maximum people are sitting without bread, so that finding somebody or someone work after knowing all the fiction, all the drama, all the stories, imaginations of the beggar, finding a work for him, because without work no surviving is there. So finding a work for him, having known all the demerits, all the lies, finding a work for the beggar was completely greatness, and this greatness was completely for the advocate, and the beggar should be ever grateful to the advocate. Accordingly, first scene. Okay, thank you.